Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the National Cherry Blossom Festival. Today, this avenue is more than a place for a parade. It is more than music, more than color, more than celebration. Today, it becomes a place of memory, a place of beauty, a place of connection. All around us, spring is speaking. In the soft light resting on the blossoms, in the breeze moving gently through the branches, in the laughter of children lifted high above the crowd, in the quiet excitement of families waiting together for something beautiful to begin. And in moments like this, a city feels different, slower, softer, more open to wonder. Because what brings us here is not only a parade, it is a feeling, a shared pause, in the middle of ordinary life. A reminder that beauty still matters, that tradition still matters, that gathering together still matters. More than a century ago, in 1912, the city of Tokyo gifted cherry trees to Washington, D.C. It was a gesture of friendship, simple, graceful, and full of hope. A gift placed in the ground, with no way of knowing how far its meaning would travel. And yet, year after year, spring after spring, that meaning continues to bloom. What began as an offering between two cities became something larger. A symbol of goodwill, a symbol of renewal, a symbol of the quiet ways beauty can outlast time. And that is part of what makes the cherry blossom so moving. It does not last long. It arrives gently. It blooms brilliantly. And then it falls. Its season is brief, and maybe that is why it touches us so deeply. Because it reminds us that the most precious things are not always the ones that stay. Sometimes what matters most is what teaches us to notice, to stop, to breathe, to look up, to be fully present while the moment is still here. Now, as the sounds of the parade begin to rise in the distance, you can feel the energy changing. The first drum beats arrive like a heartbeat, steady, clear, full of promise. Then comes the brass, bright in the sunlight, warm and alive. Then the movement of the crowd, heads turning, hands lifting, smiles appearing before anything has even fully come into view. And just like that, the story begins. The opening procession moves forward with confidence and joy. Banners catch the breeze. Performers wave to the crowd. Music rolls through the avenue and fills the air with celebration. Then the floats appear, each one carrying its own world. Some are delicate and dreamlike, covered in blossoms and pale spring colors. Some are bold and theatrical, alive with movement, rhythm, and surprise. Some honor heritage and tradition. Others celebrate imagination, youth, and the energy of what is still to come. And as each one passes, it offers more than spectacle. It offers meaning. Because this festival has never belonged to just one voice. It is a chorus of cultures, of generations, of memories, of communities choosing for one day to stand together beneath the same trees and share the same wonder. That may be one of the most beautiful things about this festival. It welcomes everyone. The lifelong resident, the first-time visitor, the child seeing blossoms for the very first time, the grandparent remembering springs from long ago. Some people come here every year. Some arrive by chance and leave with a memory that stays for life. Some come for the parade. Some come for the blossoms. And some come for something they cannot quite name, only feel. A sense of peace, a sense of belonging. A sense that even in a hurried world, there are still places where people can gather simply to celebrate beauty. As the parade continues, marching bands fill the street with rhythm and power. Dancers bring grace, joy, and color. Community groups, artists, students, and cultural performers each add something distinct. And together, they create something no one group could create alone. That is what friendship looks like in public. Not abstract, not distant, but visible. In participation, in generosity, in presence, in people showing up for one another. And maybe that is why this day feels both joyful and reflective. Because beneath all the music and movement, there is also something tender. The blossoms remind us that life is changing all the time, that seasons pass, that moments pass, that even the loveliest afternoon cannot be held forever. But that does not make it less meaningful. It makes it more. Because when something is fleeting, we feel its beauty more clearly. We listen more closely. We look more carefully. We hold it more gently in the heart. And so this festival becomes more than an annual event. It becomes a lesson, a quiet one, a lesson in gratitude, a lesson in impermanence, a lesson in how joy can be deepened by the knowledge that it will not last forever. Look around, and you can see it in the faces of the crowd. A child reaching toward a drifting petal, a couple smiling at a familiar song, friends trying to capture the moment while also living inside it. Someone suddenly moved by a performance and not fully sure why. Maybe it is memory, maybe it is hope, maybe it is simply the rare feeling of being part of something larger than yourself. That is what festivals can do. They awaken something. They remind us that public joy has value, that beauty shared in open spaces can heal. That community is not only built in times of difficulty, but also in moments of celebration. And as this afternoon continues, one truth becomes clearer and clearer. The cherry blossom is not powerful because it lasts. It is powerful because it returns, again and again, after winter, after hardship, after change, after whatever the world has asked us to carry. It returns softly. And every year, people return with it, to gather, to remember, to celebrate, to begin again. That is the deeper spirit of this festival. Renewal. Not as something loud, not as something easy, but as something real. A reminder that beauty can still emerge, that friendship can still endure, that gentleness can still have strength. And when the final groups pass by, when the applause begins to soften, when the music slowly fades into the distance, there is always a brief moment of stillness, a moment when the avenue seems to exhale. The petals drift. The crowd lingers. The day begins to turn into memory. And in that quiet, the meaning of it all becomes clear. The National Cherry Blossom Festival is a celebration of friendship made visible. It is a tribute to the beauty of cultural connection. It is a reminder that what is delicate can still be lasting, and that what is brief can still leave an enduring mark. So as the parade moves on, and as the city slowly returns to its ordinary rhythm, may we carry something of this day with us. A little more gratitude, a little more tenderness, a little more attention to what is beautiful while it is here. And perhaps, too, a renewed faith in what can grow when something is planted with care. Thank you for being part of this moment. Thank you for honoring the blossoms, the history behind them, and the spirit of togetherness they represent. And thank you for gathering here, beneath this spring sky, to remember something simple and important. Beauty is not only something we witness, it is also something we create together. Happy National Cherry Blossom Festival. And may the spirit of this day stay with you, long after the last petal falls.
Look how beautiful they are. Happy Cherry Blossom Festival, everyone! Thank you for coming out!